I'ma sell my hex. What's going on, everybody? It's your host, the Crypto Wonder from the Crypto Wonder Show. Even though it says podcast, this is really all a show. Life is a show. Let's get right into it, man. Hope you're doing well, everybody. So, we're one day closer to the next all-time high for Hex, Pulse Chain, and Pulse X. That's just the truth. Just more than what I believe, because what goes up have to come down and go right back up again. And right now, we're down. We're down a lot. We're down a lot, folks. But listen, man, we can't count anything out, Seriously, we can't just think that things are just going to stay this way, because that's just not how life operates, as we all should know and understand, I think amidst all the activity that's going on in this community, specifically in the chains, when I say chain, I'm just really talking about Pulse Chain and even Ethereum, with Hex, but Pulse Chain specifically because it's new. And a lot of interest is being generated, which all around is a good thing. Imagine if Pulse Chain launched and it was just like the other chains, ghost chains, dead, no activity. But that's not what you find in Pulse Chain, which we have to remember, sort of like it's a blessing because many people are using it. And even in this community, when you find folks just launching coins left and right, even though, I might not be personally interested in engaging in super risky stuff, it's just all around the fact that it's active and people are working on top of it or issuing coins and things of that nature is going to grow a lot of momentum and a lot of interest. I think we're going to be contenders versus chains like Binance, for example. Binance is just like a smorgasbord of all kinds of stuff going on over there. You know what I mean? Like just super risky stuff, more than not. And Pulse Chain, when they say, I've heard, I haven't checked myself, but there's over 4,000 coins already on the chain in 4 months time. 4 months, 4,000 coins at the time of this recording, or over 4,000 or whatever. That's a lot. That is crazy. Like, people get upset with somebody and create a token out of spite or out of interest or out of just sheer fun. And it's important, I think, just to build the momentum. And it's not even about building the momentum because it's there. It's just that the momentum is growing, in my opinion. It's growing. And we could thank Hex for that, right? We could thank the mind and the willingness and forethought of the founder for that, just by way of forking Ethereum. And because of the reasons, such as like high gas fees and just how the chain sort of lags sometimes too, we could thank the founder for saying, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going to create a new chain to help Hex. And so be it for everything else, because everything else is coming and everything else is here and more is coming. We know this. This has only been 4 months and 4,000 coins are on Pulse Chain or so, That's a lot. That's a lot of interest, whether people want to, you want to just, gamble and trade, or you want to stay true to what was being done on Ethereum as far as the Hex stakers. You want to just get your Hex, acquire them over time, lock them, earn your yield, or you want to, now there's opportunities for people to do all kinds of stuff. We used to hear how RH was just praying that somebody tries to do something, not tries, but create something to short Hex, to short it, leverage trade, whatever, all kinds of stuff. Of course, the meme craze and mania taking place, taking hold. That's just building a firestorm of stuff going on. But you gotta be careful because, as we know, fire builds and it destroys. It brings light and it destroys things. So you don't want to get burned. You just don't want to get burned. Think about it. Pulse chain is here, and you can't deny hex. If you know what hex is and what it's done and how it operates, forget about OA business and all that. And even that you should incorporate, but you should understand the purpose of OA. Man, this thing is like, it's just going to continue to do what it does, and then you have it on top of its own chain. It's not hex blockchain, pulse chain. Hex lives on top of pulse chain, and everything else going on with it. You got, we have a DEX, Pulse X, and a bunch of other things going on to compete with Pulse X. It's the spirit of competition that I see that's allowing more eyes, even in the bear market, even at the bottom of the bottom. The community is fragmented in a certain way because our feelings are involved. When we get angry and upset or even depressed, you just want to lash out. And we can see a lot of lashing out going on the chain, right? But it's, again, I think the activity, the fact that it's so, there's so much aggressive stuff going on as far as like momentum is so heightened, and people just using it left and right. People we don't even necessarily know as far as outside the Hex community. I think is great. It's not like these other ghost chains, man. It's not like Ethereum Proof of Work and Ethereum Fair that launched a year ago, right? They forked a year ago from Ethereum Proof of Stake, and Ethereum Proof of Stake became a thing a year ago, right? So we have Pulse Chain that's just like, man, it's through the roof. Nothing has interrupted the operations of Pulse Chain. We can't say the chain's been hacked. No real bugs. Nothing, it's just working. And I think those are the things that we need to keep in mind, those of us who are aware of this chain and of its operations, and the fact that, hey, man, things could be worse. Things could be worse, like Solana worse, where things happen and you just turn it off like the flick of a light switch. That's not what's happening here with Pulse Chain, right? It's not. Unfortunately, there have been projects that have come that have since scammed on Pulse, but that was something that was expected, like seriously, because this is the nature of crypto. But we don't want to really focus on engaging in activities that's going to expose us to those levels of risk, those levels of loss. That's why I've been creating crypto content for a very long time, to really celebrate reducing the risk of loss, gathering information, collecting information that will help you make well-informed decisions, calculated risks. At least if you have the information, it's up to you to decide what you want to do and take it from there. You know what I mean? Man, Hex, man, like, the prices are, subpar. We definitely are hurting, you know what I'm saying, to keep it real, keep it honest, and be truthful. The prices are not where we would like, right? But the flip side to that is to think about how, when the prices are high, like if you weren't here for a bull market, during the bull market, prices are through the roof. Everything is going up. Everything is going up. You could throw anything, any little monies that you have at anything, and you will see some type of increase in price for the most part. But then you look and wish during those times where prices are high that you wish you took advantage when the prices were low. And that's kind of like where we are right now, where people are sort of unsure, they're scared. But I remember with the last bull market, man, like you saw coins that did phenomenal out of nowhere, but you also saw coins that have been in existence for years also do well, and You would see tokens at prices of 2 cents in the bear market, the previous bear market before the previous bull, like around 2020, right? And then in the bull market, things that cost 2 cents went up like $5, right? And you look back and you say to yourself, damn, man, I wish I would have, you know, picked up something at a considerably cheaper, lower price and would have looked better in the bull. But this is why we have to also look at times like now, where it's the bull market, and sort of look at how financiers of the world, investors of the world who've been very successful, they take advantage when there's fear, when there's or people are afraid. That's when they attack. That's when they scoop up. That's when they take advantage of cheap opportunities, because they know the value that's inherent in those opportunities. You know, when the investors of old, and we're talking like legacy people, legacy folks, they always talk about it. Folks, Warren Buffett or whatever, took advantage of Coca-Cola during the 1987 stock market crash called Black Monday. It took place, I think it was October 19th, 2000. I'm sorry, 2000. October 19th, 1987, where the stock market crashed. And during that time period, he was buying Coca-Cola shares every day when everything was at a disgustingly low price. And he became a juggernaut as far as owner, where I remember years back, I was reading an article, and the man basically lives off of, well, not necessarily lives, but his dividends alone, the quarterly dividends that Coca-Cola were paying out, amassed hundreds of millions of dollars per quarter. And he didn't have to ever sell his shares, his original shares. And I think throughout the years, he was acquiring more, right? Just buying from the principal. You didn't have to sell the principal. You could just enjoy hundreds of millions of dollars, over $100 million or $180 million every 3 months or so. That's crazy. Because why? He was spending $50,000 or so a day after the crash took place in 1987, buying Coca-Cola at a cheap price, $50,000 a day. He had it to do it. Not many of us have that type of guap. We don't have that type of monetary energy to spend and do that, But it's something that those principles people can like keep in mind and follow when they find opportunity. Like think about it. Like we're dealing in a space where, coins cost less than a penny. That's crazy. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just talking, folks. You know what I'm saying? Letting you know, really, like to be truthful. These coins cost less than a penny, folks. Things that can go up to however many, whatever in the future, but we don't know. But we've seen it. We've seen it happen in crypto, and it's not absent of what can happen in the future. But this is the opportunity that's present for us. So when you're talking about things like Hex, I mean, my goodness, man, you've seen years and years and years of recorded material, of blogs filled with education and entertainment that RH has spoken about, and other content creators in the community has just freely given to the world, identifying what Hex is, how it operates, what's the purpose of Hex, and everything involved with it, T-shares, staking, everything, to show folks that there are ways out. There's an opportunity for people to do something outside of legacy, right? To incorporate into our financial lives, to have some type of equal footing, so we could keep our heads above water. A lot of us are struggling out here monetarily. We're struggling. They're talking about increasing interest rates again. And when you hear that, we all feel the effects. We feel the effects of that, and that's legacy stuff. And then we still have to like try to find a way to make ends meet, right? So this is what's here for us, as far as like, that's why, I talk about Hex a lot, because of what it's done, and what it will continue to do, regardless if I'm in it or not, but I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my loved ones are in it, and many other people are in it. because why not? There are other things that folks could be involved with as well. But here we are, and we have our own chain, and it's powerful stuff, regardless of how things may look and feel. But these things will pass. You know what I'm saying? Is what position will you play? When the markets are down and sentiments are high as far as anger and anxiety, depression, and people are upset. But what position are you going to play? Because those things are going to pass. Feelings come and go. But where will you stand when the market does present itself and presents opportunity for you to like really profit, right? Potentially profit and profit well, profit greatly. This is what these things do. This is what it's brought to the world. These things are captured, verified data. It's not just me talking hot air. You know what I mean? This is supported on the blockchain. It can't be refuted. A ledger that just captures everything, every activity taken upon. You could find the success of this token on Ethereum, for example. It's just there. It's just there, and it's just continuously operating with no interruptions whatsoever. That's powerful, folks. That is powerful. Like, we have to like really remain sort of like balanced and centered and understand what's in front of us, folks. But look, take it from there. You decide what you do with your own information, with the information, not your own information, but with the information that you gather and figure it out. But listen, man, we're one day closer to the bull market, the real bull market. Just prepare yourselves. I wish you all a great afternoon, morning, day, night, week. At the time of this recording, it's the end of the week. So I wish you all a great weekend, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Earth gang. Gang, 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 gang. Earth gang. Gang, 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 gang. I don't wanna sell my hex.